Hello. Oh gosh, this is going to be a whole load of fun. How are you all? We're just going to put this angle for a few minutes while we wait for everybody to get in, catch up, have a chat in the chat. Yeah, you already know this is going to be a whole load of fun when I start the stream like that. So, yeah, you can have to plot with me, doing a bit backwards and forth while I read the chat. So, good evening to Tyne and Transport. Good evening to Transport Maniac Alfie. Good evening to Metro. How are you, Joe? And that's who we've got in at the moment. Very enthusiastic. When am I not? Is it raining? Just interrupts the stream for a weather forecast. It was nice earlier. Never mind. So we're just going to wait a few minutes for people to come on in, join the stream, and then I'll spin you around that way and we can have a look at what I've been doing recently, because I just thought I don't have the time to edit the video before I go away, because I am heading up to the Midlands for 10 days. Very nice. Heading up that way for a while. And I thought I don't really have time to edit a video now, but I want to let people see what I've done in the last little while before I go. So I thought I'll jump on to a live stream. So yeah, always raining in the UK. It is. What was I expecting for it to be nice and quiet for my live stream? My goodness. So we'll give it a couple of minutes for a few more people to get the memo and come in, and then we'll whiz the camera around and go that way. You can't even see my hand. We'll whiz the camera around and go that way. For now, stare at this ugly mug. All right, that's enough of that. Okay, let's make a start rolling over. We won't turn the layout on just yet, but we'll start slowly going round. I'm getting closer and closer. Closer and closer. You can see me again there. Look, there are two of me. And if you look, there's three of me. My goodness. It's over here. It's dark, but not raining yet. All right. Yeah. Well, it's probably coming your way soon. Too much sugar? No, not too much sugar. Not too much sugar at all. Right. Let's stand up and spin you around. And look. There we go. Should be a bit more secure. And there we go. From this point, there's not actually a lot looking all that much different. Not looking all that much different thus far. Main difference comes from that. Well, I can't actually lower you down anymore. So, one second. Down here. There we go. That's where the main difference is. Down. Actually, yes, I can lower you. Yeah, of course I can. I'll just go like this. Oh, I got that. You can tell I'm so professional. We come down here. Like that. And we look at that from here. This is where the majority of the work has been concentrated in the last little while. Over down in this area here. Get my hands on camera. There we go. So there's the paint dried. Yes, paint is dried. So that's looking lovely. I've just thought I don't know where which microphone it's using. So am I allowed it if I come over here? Am I allowed it at position 1? Or am I allowed at position 2? I just want to figure out which microphone it's using. Which one? This one. That is that's an Omni City. We've got her in the end. That's an Omni City. And that one is a, oh gosh, you're testing me now. That's a Palatine. We got there in the end. Louder at 1. Okay, so I know the microphone's being used on my laptop rather than the webcam. Cool. So, I'm just going to go and pull the curtains a second. Move you slightly this way and pull the curtains. So I've got something to show you. Don't do that. Do that. Probably can't see what I'm on about just yet. But if I do this, probably still can't see all that well. But there is indeed a light in the porter cabin. Let's see if I can. Let's take that thing. Take you in a bit closer. Let's take you around the wires. There's a light in the porter cabin, which I'm rather happy with. Just runs off a 9-volt battery underneath the layout. Let's pop you back in here now. Sure, there might be much of it. Haha, there we go. Pop you back in there. There is a night in there, so I'm quite happy with how that looks. I'd take you a bit further away, but I'd have to turn you upside down. But it's a bit dark, so let's open the curtains. Morning, afternoon, evening, good night, don't care. So, let's get some trains running for once. Thank you, Alfie. I'm really happy with how it looks. But let's get some trains running, shall we? That's what you're all here for. You're not here to hear me talk about lights. You're here to watch trains. So let's make trains run. Yeah. Right. There is power to the layout. Oh, overhead. Going down. And the dynamis is on. So 153. For some reason, the 153 judders whenever you select it on the thing. I'm not entirely sure why, but it does. So let's just give me a second, and let's get that one on the move, on the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. That one's still playing up. I haven't plugged the frog juices back in. Let's just do that a second. To don't want things failing. Right, where does it go from? There we go. Right. So, black wire goes into the socket. Because I'm so prepared. A live stream organised by me is always really well prepared for. Because we all know that. Right. On the move. There we go. I can move off into the tunnel. Hopefully, without stopping. Yes. My genius is sometimes it even surprises me. Right. Let's see if I can get a slightly different angle on the layout. Let's try and lower it down maybe. Move it. And that's the bottom. There we go. That looks alright. Slightly that way. There we are. That looks a bit better, doesn't it? Nice view over the layout. So, which way is 153 going? It is set that way. Perfect. So I have got a few things coming over the next few weeks. One of which I'm still going to keep on the low down because it's quite a special thing. But one of which came yesterday and was sent off to Squirrel Rail, was an Ariba 150. I just picked it up for an absolute bargain price. Absolute bargain, guys. Come out of bargain buys, you'll get yourself a 150. You won't. It was on eBay. And got it for a very, very reasonable price. What does that mean? Connection is unstable. If you try... Yeah, well, there's not a lot I can do about that, is there? I'm upstairs. Yes, the 150 is gone already, Joe. It's already whisking its way off to Colchester. I can't see the lights on this one. Going that way. Right, the driver's getting on. Oh, you can't tell it means a lot of lights on. Shame. But yes, the 150 is already gone, off to be weathered, because I wasn't sure if I was going to be around yesterday, because my work are mucking me around at the moment. But yeah, so I got it posted today while I know I've got the day off. So that's currently making its way. Yeah, by this time it will be making its way through the system. And hopefully we should have it back for not long after I come back. And we'll have it for the running session at West Somerset Railway. I have planned with a couple of other people for the 29th. That's right, the 29th. I think that's the date. Is it? No. I don't know. Whatever the last Sunday in this month is, that's when I'm at the West Somerset Railway. But we're just going to get some trains moving around the layout. Got the 17504 going up to the fueling stage. Stopping perfectly for the points. But yeah, so we've got a couple of things planned. So the 150. Whoa, what are you doing? What are you? No. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Stupid thing. Anyway, what was I saying? So, we've got the Ariba 150 coming at the end of the month. We've got my other special thing coming at the end of the month. I'm not going to tell you what that is just for now, because surprises. I've had a thought, can I change the thing? Camera, mic, audio, mic. I can do that. There we go. So now hopefully it should be a bit clearer. Never mind. Right, so what was I on about? I've got this surprise one that I've only told a few people about coming to at the end of the month. Next month, I'm going to be starting work on a 172 using some 3D printed cabs. Take a 170, take the original cab off, put the new cab on with some improved lights, and then that'll be sent off to Jerry to be painted at Squirrel Rail. And that's about all I've got planned at the moment. I've got other things down the pipeline, but aren't confirmed. No true chance of guaranteed happening. Am I using that 170 or another one? I'm going to be using a different one. That one is too... I'm not sending that to Jerry, because if he has to take the body off, my goodness, it's a mess in there. Which is why I never uploaded a video on it. Admitting my failings, am I? Who knows? Right. Let's see how this is looking. Right, so... what's everybody doing on their layouts? I know, Joe, you've been experimenting with your bays. But what's everybody else up to? What are you doing on your layouts? What stock have you got coming? What work have you been doing? So, oh, seem to have scared everyone off. By asking what they're doing, I seem to have scared a few extra people off. So, if they don't want to show what they've been doing, I won't listen. Oh gosh. You are finishing off painting a Go Northeast scan your omnidecker. Oh, very nice. I forgot to change those points. Idiot. There we go. And stop there. Stop. I'll just show you what I've managed to do. This is why you don't read chat while driving trains. If I just take you out of here a second. Come on, we'll get there in the end. I've just sent the 170 off the end. Brilliant. Just brilliant. There we go, get you back in there. Oh gosh. That's not great, is it? That was clever of me. Change that one. I have got underneath the layout I've got a box somewhere. I've got that underneath the layout, but I've still yet to wire it up properly. I've started doing it, but I'll finish it properly when I come back. So let's stop crashing 170s. Right. Change the direction on that. Yeah, of course you derailed. Well, I'll put you back on as you come past. So, like I was saying, what's everyone else been up to? Come on. There we go. Back on the track. We're back on track. Oh, no, we're not. Oh, that could have nearly shorted. Thank goodness it didn't. And stop that there. So, that's the work done to the layout. Oh, forgot to mention these wooden scenic trees. I think they're looking quite good. Quite happy with how they are. But fortunately, they are quite pricey. They are rather pricey for what they are. I think they work out at something like £4 each, which is rather expensive, but they do look good for the price. So I'd rather pay a bit more for some nicer looking things than things you tend to get from China for 50p each. So, good evening, Thomas Lewis. How are you? How are you doing? Have you been up to much yourself recently? I'm just enjoying an evening on the depot. Let's get the 153 out of there. Let's send it down to get some fuel, shall we? Let's send the 153 for fuel. Now, I'm not sure if I've made this too well known about my plans post Southwest, but so there we go. Joe's just brought it up. Let's put the question on screen. So, the main layout, which will be Cosley Station, should be starting in September. So I'm heading up to the Midlands to my grandparents, which is who I'm moving in with, on Saturday. and I've got 10 days to get some stuff at college sorted, get some train spotting in the area done, quite obviously, and start making a few preparations for moving. And one of those will be measuring the loft, because I need to know how big the loft is. That's what measuring is, isn't it? That's measuring gives you how big the loft is. But I need to know how big the loft is so that I can start planning the track plan. Because Cosley Station, scaled down, is slightly over 5 feet long, which means I've got something I can draw this on. Do I have a whiteboard? No, I don't have a whiteboard, but do I have something else I can draw this on? Probably not, knowing me. Back of an envelope, that'll do. So, here we go. So, Cosley Station is 5 feet. Right, bring this a bit closer for you. So, Cosley Station, 5 feet. Now, ideally, you need about 2.5 feet on either side, extra length at least, to start the fiddle yard. So really, I need a layout that's at least, I need a loft that's at least 10 foot from end to end. Now, if it's longer than that 10 foot, perfect, right? 10 foot is the minimum. So I'm hoping that we'll have something closer to 12, 13 feet, because then I can have the scenic section at one end, carrying on slightly further, have a bit of artistic license, rule one sort of a thing, go around the corner and then into the fiddle yard. So that's what I've got planned. I need to make sure that I've got the space to do that. So, yeah. Cosley Station should be starting in September, is when hopefully I'll be able to get the boards ordered. But there might be something before then. Might be a short introduction when I'm up the loft, getting the loft. I don't know, maybe part one of the Cosley Station build will be getting lights in the loft, getting electricity in the loft, and putting some floorboards down. Who knows? Don't know yet. I need to assess the loft. Never been up there before. So let's crack on with answering some things in chat. So, hello, March West Junction TMD. How are you? How are you doing on this? What's the weather like now? Although it's probably different by you. Actually, fairly fair evening. Fairly fair, of course, being a perfectly understandable thing. So, Thomas Lewis, very good, thank you. Nice weather we've been having recently. How am I? Yeah, the weather's been fairly all right. Today it was very overcast. Unfortunately, not the type of weather that is right for a garden railway. I don't have one, so it doesn't affect me. Don't know why I haven't bothered to mention it. But yeah, I'm all right. I've been keeping myself busy. Starting work soon, hopefully. Been mucked around a little bit, but I won't go into details about that. Just know I should be working soon. What else is there to say? I feel like I'm running out of things to talk about this evening. In some ways, I kind of am. Well, I was kind of hoping to be a little bit busier in here. Have a few more people chatting away, but unfortunately not. So, I don't know how I'm running out of things to talk about. I've got so much I could talk about. For example, the West Somerset Railway's gauge junctions panels are being upgraded, and we should see a huge improvement in quality of running up there and whatnot. And hopefully coming at the end of the month, we'll have a nice running session from the West Somerset. Have a nice running session. Maybe get a few other people involved with their traction too. But that's to be confirmed. That is something that will be confirmed probably the day of the running, probably the day that I am up there. Let me check when I'm up there. Because of course, we are now open to the public again. We are now fully reopened. You can come over to Bishop's Lydiard. So if you are in the area, do come to the West Somerset. I can tell you when we are open. We are open the rest of the month on, right, this month we are open Saturday the 12th, Sunday the 13th, Saturday the 19th, Sunday the 20th, Saturday the 26th, Sunday the 27th, and that's when I'll be up there. That is when I will be up there, so you can come and see my stock. And let's go and check in the middle of the week. We are hoping to be open on the 23rd, Wednesday the 23rd, and hoping to be open Wednesday the 30th. So, if you are in the area on any of those days, come and say hello. We're a great bunch up there. Even if we have not got a mess room, even if we can't go anywhere else in the station because we're basically not allowed. But yeah, if you are in the area, come and say hello. Any railways I plan to join in the mids? At the moment, not entirely sure because I'm going to stay at the West Somerset, just reduce the hours I do there to most likely one weekend a month. But of course, there's the Severn Valley, there's the Telford, Chasewater. They've got Pacers, so that's a big draw, isn't it, with Pacers? So yeah, got a few choices there. Also mentioning Chasewater, yeah, that's definitely one that will be considered. So Thomas Lewis is asking, will you be including Avanti West Coast services and other operators that run through the station? Yes, I will. I've got a long list in my head of the things that I would like. So the things that I would like for the layout. So basically running through the ideal, perfect list in order of most likely to come. So Arriva 150, already got it. The special one, won't go into that. The 172 that I've mentioned. Then it will be a 350 in London Midland. Then we're probably looking at some kind of Virgin, whether that be a Virgin Voyager, a Pendolino, or an HST. Not entirely sure. There'll be something Virgin, or maybe two things Virgin, one in either direction. Not entirely sure. I would like something cross-country, so that would be Virgin cross-country and modern cross-country. So that'll be the first few things I've got planned. So basically, if it runs through there, or if it runs nearby, I'd quite like it. So for example, I'd like a 323. They ran through there a few years ago, and generally they run nearby now. What else is there? 196s, they're coming. I'd quite like a 196. Yeah. So let's try and catch up a few. There's been a few things. So I believe the Chasewater Pacers are actually Vale of Berkeley's on hire. Not sure. Oh, are they? Well, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Birmingham Railway Museum is a cool place too. Birmingham's got a railway museum? Wow, I didn't know that. I'll have to have a look at that. And I think you should go Voyager and Pendo. Yeah, I think those will be two of the most... When it comes to other operators, that'll probably be the two things that come fairly soon on. But let's get some trains moving again. Wrong way, that way. Let's go. We'll give it a few more minutes, 15 minutes more, and then I'll let you have your evenings back because this was impromptu. So thank you to those who have joined so far. We've dropped viewer numbers again, but I don't care about that. I'm having fun. I'm talking to a couple of nice people in the chat. If they don't want to join, that's on them. I'm having fun. So we'll pop the 153 there. And we'll continue the chat. Eventually, obviously, I'll have a nice, fairly decent fleet. I'll improve the fiddle yard because currently the fiddle yard is just a single piece of track about 1.5 foot long, which is not really a fiddle yard. It's just an area hidden. But that is something I've got plans for. I've got plans for an extension onwards by a few feet for a little town scene and a bigger fiddle yard. So let's now. Thank you for mentioning that, Joe. Yes, it is still out there. There are a couple of things on eBay and whatnot that you can find. It's slowed right down because I've been incredibly busy with other things. I haven't had the same amount of time to focus on Owen's Model Scenics. So in the coming months, I'm hoping to ramp up things again, but things that all takes time and money and whatnot, but I just don't have at the moment. So yes, but very slowly. It's called Tyseley Railway Museum. Never knew that. I've been to Tyseley before and I never realised it was there. Went and had a look at the TMD. It was probably right in front of my eyes, if I'm being honest, and I missed it. So I'll have to have a look on. I'll have to have a look. Hang on. You know what? Let's have a quick look now. Right. Tyseley Railway Museum. Tyseley Rail. Oh, hang on. Railway Museum. So let's see. Tyseley Locomotive. Oh, I do know that's there. Yeah, I know that's there. Tyseley Railway Museum. Oh, so it's a museum as well. I didn't realise that. I didn't realise that at all. Thank you for putting me onto that. I thought it was just some heritage yard, but thank you for putting me onto it. I'll have to have a look at that the next time up, which is this weekend. Also, I am going to be putting my whereabouts this weekend on my various social medias because I'm going to be travelling through London. So I'm going to be at the London Transport Museum at around 1 o'clock. So if you're around there at about 1 o'clock, come and say hello. I really don't mind if you want to come and say hello at all. If you're around the London Transport Museum this Saturday at around 1 o'clock, or if you're around Euston at around 5:30, come and say hello. You can't miss me. Well, you can, but you can't. I'm quite distinctive. I'm that one person who's probably going to have far too many bags and he's looking at his phone. Where do I need to go? Right. Good evening, Andy. How are you? How are you doing on this average at the moment Somerset day? How are you? I'll just knock that off again. So, yeah, if you are in the London area this Saturday, come and say hello. I love how I say London area when it's only like Britain's biggest city, you know. If you're in the London Zone 1 area, come and say hello. So, yeah, is there any requests that people want to put in for loco train movements before I clock off? Because at the moment, I can't read that. I've got my mouse over it. They're okay, thanks. Glad you're okay. Anybody want to see something move to a particular location? I don't know. There's only 2 things, so hopefully soon I have a bigger layout that I can actually take requests on. But yeah, for now, I'm going to shunt a few things around and then and then I'll head off. I'm just going to sit down and read that a second. It's quite long. Make it bigger. Here we go. We also run a steam train twice a day in the summer, every weekend, from Birmingham Snow Hill to Stratford upon Avon, called the Shakespeare Express. Do they? Oh. Oh, that'd be interesting to go and see. Snow Hill, that's the old metro stop. Oh, I didn't know that. That'd be interesting to go and see. I'd have to have a look at that because I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind going out and seeing that. I need to clock off a few steam engines on the good old train spotting app. And yeah, good to see a bit of mainline steam. So, with things wrapping up here, and with my stomach telling me it's starting to get a little bit hungry, I will move this 153 off, park it next to the 170, and shut them both down. And we'll, oh, I've changed the points. Never mind, we won't park it next to the 170. We'll just park it over here. And yeah, that'll do. We'll keep it in shot. I'm finding out more and more about the Midlands. So yeah, thank you for everybody who's telling me stuff about this. I didn't have a clue. But yeah, let's shut the 170 down. So lights off and the interlock's on. The driver's climbing down. He's opening his door. He's turning around. He's stepping down the steps. He's now on the ballast. He's grabbing his rucksack off the end. He's putting his rucksack on his back. He's shutting the door and he's locking it. There we go. So that is the 153 and the 170 shut down. Just like I'm going to be using my laptop in a couple of minutes when I say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to me for the last 38 minutes. It's been great to hop on and speak to you all. Sorry it's been quite short in comparison to previous live streams and whatnot. But there's not an awful lot to talk about at the moment, unfortunately. And I've not got a lot to run. But I'm sure in the coming days, in the coming weeks, there'll be a bit more to talk about. And who knows, maybe I'll even live stream from a railway station up there. I'll have to just see how it goes. But for now, thank you for watching, thank you for coming, and thank you for chatting. And I'll see you all very, very shortly. Or maybe not shortly, because who knows? This is me. I have no schedule. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.